Good evening everyone and welcome to Global Hub Racing F1 2018 F2 Round 5 here at the home of British Motorsport. It is of course Silverstone. I'm JamesHead14 and once again your solo commentator for tonight. Joining me in the commentary box at the minute are a couple of drivers, Bullboy, Deneen and Mads are here. Hello, hello. What's everyone's chances, do you think? Starting with you, Bullboy, what's your expectations coming into tonight?
I will unfortunately have a bit of bad luck today. But I'll come back strong and I'll get some points. That's my prediction.
Oh, somebody else has just joined there at the bottom. Mads, same question.
I would just like to get in the top 10 to continue my point-scoring streak from previous rounds. So I'm hoping to get a top 10.
Top 10, and Deneen?
I'm hoping to win or at least be on the podium.
Win or at least be on the podium. The Day Knight has just said, can you send me an invite? No, we cannot. I'm not having you anywhere near F2. I think that really sums it all up. We have got a couple of new drivers though in tonight. Westy89, one of our sign-ups to the league here. Oh my god, there's me. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. That's me. You don't want to hear a second me in the background there. Yeah, so Westy, one of our new drivers, he's taking over from Senenzi tonight in a Williams until we can find him a permanent seat elsewhere. He is fine with being in the Williams. And we've also got Phil McConaughey. Now that is a pronunciation that I think is right. So Phil McConaughey is also here. I haven't seen him drive. Like with most drivers that get signed up to GHR, I don't really see them just drive. Which is... hopefully he is clean. Hopefully it's not a David Wallbank.
I wasn't like, oh dear.
Yeah, I know he does, but yeah, it's best not to. That'll end well. I think Lockie has put in response to thingy. Well, I'll send him a message actually. I'll send him a message, and if I get him onto me, then just simply put, no. No. Right, I'll get the stream link out. Hopefully we got more viewers than Gather Racing last night. I think that's in there, and in the F2 chat. There we go. There we go. Got 2 people viewing us. Brilliant. We've got 2 people watching the stream. Absolutely fantastic.
Get the link sent out.
Yeah, that'll end well. Still no teammate. Silas isn't Mercedes. Silas is not Mercedes, is he? What car is he normally? He's normally is he normally McLaren? Because Phil McConaughey, I think, is in his car.
Yeah. Hang on. This game.
I wish people actually knew that being a reserve meant going into a different car other than everything that has been taken already in the league. That'd be absolutely fantastic. If people knew that, then the league would run fine. My connection is going slightly down on a 2 or 3 bar. Hopefully I'm okay on the stream end.
Still better than Jax. I mean, he's on a 1 bar.
And I may add, by the way, that there will be a very special announcement coming at the end of this stream regarding a brand new league that has been created tonight, with the first race being tomorrow. And it's not F1, but I'll tell you more details when that comes up. Yeah, even Bullboy's surprised. I'll just hear him go, in the background.
Yeah, I'm just
Am I the only one who knows it?
Yes, Deneen is the only one that knows it.
I feel special.
Because he's the only one that's signed up at the minute, apart from me.
James, we'll just have it out with each other. It'll be grand. They don't need to know.
Yeah, one-on-one battle for the thingy. Yeah. But it's very interesting, and we are now expanding into a completely different market with this league. That's all I'm going to say. And it's not and before people get at me, it's not Xbox, sadly. Yet.
It's the Nintendo Switch.
It's not the Nintendo Switch.
Well, technically, you could have it on the Nintendo
I'll try
Switch.
and give out. I'll try and give out a few things. I'm on a 2 bar, am I? Oh my god, my connection is like really down by the looks. Mads has left the party. Right, my connection's
So
on
we're
3
just
bar.
waiting for Rocco.
Yeah,
Why has Phil
Rocco.
McConnelly gone into sober?
Yeah, why is he in Rocco's car?
Has no one told him what car he's meant
Oh
to
my
go
God.
in?
Yeah, I told him to
He
get
can
out
go
of
a
the van.
Renault or a Haas, ideally, or a Mercedes, I think, is fair.
Anything but what he's picking.
So as long as Rocco joins, we'll be fine and ready to go. I am going to move my PS4 slightly, because I'm very fearful that we are going to have connection issues tonight. Which is great. Anyways, I'm going to send out a batch of invites to everyone, just to make sure that everyone has got backup invites. I'm not inviting Hammercat42 like I was nearly going to there. Jesus Christ. Geronimo, Jack Meyer, JB, Little Brookie, Liam DKW, but I'm not even trusting him with his cousin, of course. Mads, Bass, the Enemy Wizards, Rocco, S-Boy. Rocco's probably still getting his haircut and he's probably thinking, shit, it's going to be too late. What is he doing here, getting his haircut? Exactly.
Over there, were you going to open it this time?
Yeah, they're open. I think they're open, like, some of them's normally open till about 7, 8 o'clock. Pretty sure.
Ours closed at like 4.
Yeah, I was normally close at 5, but... Yeah.
Oh, he's gone Mercedes.
Obviously, Farming Simulator says Glocky.
Can you imagine that?
It's not
Not Mario
Farming
Kart.
Simulator, and it's got nothing to do with Farming Simulator or anything of the kind. I will say this: it is a racing league. That's all I'm saying.
Is it Mario Kart?
No, it's not Mario Kart, for God's sake.
Is it Christian Luxury?
If people check in the admin chat, if they're in the admin chat, is that Rocco just joining, by the way, at the bottom? I think it is. It is. He's gotten Sauber anyways, so we can
Could you
now
invite the person I
begin.
suggested?
Watch for both Red Bulls, says Geronimo.
Thank you for waiting.
It's okay.
Hey, it's
for
only
Christian
you're only
Luxury.
5 minutes late. It's not too bad.
That was an absolute mare though. I literally should have been there about
been-
20 past 6.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
I've just gone into
Almost.
spectate mode. I'll mute you guys in a minute. Pelly's saying it's F1 Race Stars. It is not F1 Race Stars, even
That's
though that
brilliant.
was
We need to get that.
even though that was a
Yeah.
great game of its kind on the PS3. I did admit I did play that quite a lot.
I played that a lot. I was a kid, so I played it all the time. I thought it was amazing.
Yeah, I played it when I was about 14, which comes to show what childhood I
I
had.
played it when I was 7.
I was still playing Mario Kart 15.
I was playing Mario Kart.
Anyways,
4.
home of British Motorsport is about to begin. The British Grand Prix qualifying is about to begin. Good to see everyone
watching it.
tuning in. Good to see that we've got a new subscriber tonight as well. Not sure who that is, but thank you very much for subscribing to the channel. Make sure you get the stream links out to everyone that might be able to watch. Obviously, ILR, we want to be competing against them with viewing figures tonight. Especially with them running 4 leagues and us running 1. But we are about to begin as my one no name at the bottom loads up. Got 17 drivers though, Westy and Phil McConaughey adding to the list, so
Oh, he's disconnected.
who, Mr.
Oh, he's
Meyer?
back.
Uh-oh.
I didn't realise he left. Why
Hey,
did
Mr.
he?
Meyer.
Oh, don't. Oh, he's not.
no!
What? What?
Jack's
think
lagged
he's-
out, and he's joined back, but he's not in qualifying.
He'll be able to. He is not on. Yeah, he's not on.
It
the list.
might
I
be
was
the-
wondering
for the
why
best.
we were
He's
missing
on
a
the
driver
one
there. I was wondering why we were missing a driver.
Don't worry,
Right.
Jack.
I'm going to meet you guys. Good luck. Good luck, good luck, good luck, good luck. Damon Hill, Damon Hill. Good luck, good luck. I'm not going on Fortnite, Jesus Christ! Oh my god, we nearly had a mare there. Oh, but we have got the first couple of cars now coming out on track, and it's both the Red Bulls, so it's Geronimo and Little Brookie about to come out the pits. I wish I had an updated standings for you guys. Felix obviously hasn't done this, and he's obviously not attending tonight either, because it is his birthday. He's 18 today, so happy birthday to Felix from all of us here at Global Hub Racing, of course. I'm just going to have a look at what people are saying in the comments section. Good luck everyone, please for once be cautious into turn 1. Not only be cautious into turn 1, be cautious into turn 3 as well, because obviously we had the F3 incident there with time for pace on Monday. Bass, Boltzmann, Vienmi top 3 for Unseen. So that is the top 3 there for Unseen. We've got about half the grid currently out on laps, so 10 drivers out on laps at the minute. I think that's just been made 11 and 12, with Denis now coming out. But it's Geronimo is now coming round Copse for the first time on an out lap, of course. I think there might be a car ahead of him, I'm not sure if there is. He's on a soft compound of tyres. Soft, mediums and hards are the 3 compound of tyres that we have got on offer tonight here in Britain at the home of British Motorsport. And Vienmi is going to be first across the line because Geronimo is just coming down the hanger straight behind him. So Vienmi then is going to be starting a lap. Sweden obviously at the top of the Eurovision rankings at the minute in terms of the betting odds. I think Vienmi could do quite well here tonight in Britain. And Vienmi is about to come round the final 2 corners at the Abbey section, Abbey and Vale, coming towards turn 1, which is the newly integrated village section into the track. Coming through turn 1 and 2, very nice. Now into turn 3, caused by time for pace, caused that massive crash early on in the week for F3, and now coming on to the Wellington straight now, Vienmi. Yellow flag in sector 3, don't worry about that because people probably just starting their laps. But the Swede is on a lap, 26.9 through the first sector for Vienmi, so looking quite good as he comes through Brooklands. Now into Luffield, the right-hander here, going very out wide, going quite way out wide there to try and get the deeper line into the corner, which is going great guns. Jack Meyer has left the party sadly, but Vienmi now coming through Copse. He can take this flat out, he backs off the power though, taking it at about 175 mile an hour coming through Copse. Now reaching in excess of 200 as he approaches the Maggots and Beckett section. That's Maggots completed, now coming through the Beckett section before going onto the hanger straight and then through Stowe at the end of the straight. So Vienmi now running down 102.7 through the middle sector, so going great guns. Geronimo there in the background. Just in behind, there's a yellow flag in sector 1. Somebody might have spun in sector 1, but Vienmi then reaching the end of his lap. He's just gone through Stowe and now into Abbey and Vale. So Vienmi now approaching the final 2 corners. Double right-handers to finish us off, and Vienmi comes across the line, and already it's a quick time, 26.4, which I think is up there actually with some of the times that were set. 27 flat there from Geronimo. Just going on board then with somebody, Silas, coming through Stowe. Silas in the McLaren, the Dane, coming through the final couple of corners now, reaching 180 mile an hour before braking. Watch out for the ERS deployment actually. He's running a low fuel lap here. Glock has gone second with a 26.8. The rest just filtering in behind Geronimo. Coming across the line, Silas has lost it. Oh, great recovery. He hits it into the barrier, but he has got wing damage, I think, on that left side end plate. But that was fantastic recovery from Silas. He could have been well and truly out the session there. But great recovery as Denis goes second, just going through turn 1 there. 26.6 for him, just a tenth ahead of Silas. So Vienmi currently setting the best possible times at the minute. And Westy, one of the new drivers, has gone with a 27.4 as Phil McConaughey is now on a lap. Vaporizer just coming through the final 2 corners now, the Dutchman. He's going to be well up there with the pace with this. Vaporizer comes across the line. It's an invalidated 27.1, so he would have put 7th there. Boltzmann coming through Brooklands and into Luffield. About to run down the straight through onto Copse. Of course, this is the old pit straight, the old pit lane there on the right hand side of the track, which was of course reinvigorated in the mid-2000s to incorporate the new section of the track in. And I've got to be honest, driving around the old version on Project Cars 2, it is quite strange to see the differences that have been made on this track. Bass, by the way, has gone third, 26.6 on a set of softs in the Force India there, so nice lap there by Bass. Boltzmann on a set of mediums coming through Stowe. He's got Silas's teammate behind him. Looks like he'll be coming into the pits at the end of this lap. And in fact, Bossman is going to come into pits because he has invalidated this lap. Vaporizer off a lap as well. See how our new guy's getting on. Phil McConaughey coming down the straight. I hope I'm pronouncing that name right, by the way. 28 flat through the first sector. Not looking overly quick through the first sector. Might have invalidated, might have had a bit of a spin, who knows. Obviously, if we have misplaced him with the thing, he can't make Saturdays, so I think the only real day he can make is today. So if he's obviously out the pace, then we might reserve the right to have him included for F1 2019, which of course, full steam ahead, because the plans are going through the admin process at the minute, and we're going to be speaking every single day until the release of F1 2019 to confirm the plans for the season. Everyone else is in the pits, by the way. It's only Phil McConaughey that is on a lap, and he's now coming round into the final couple of corners. Vienmi then coming out on that lap, so is Geronimo. But Phil McConaughey about to come across the final couple of corners. I'll check on the comments after this lap, and he's coming around the final corner. He's not too disgraced with this lap. It's a 28.7, so not too disgraced at all. He's only, what, 2.3 seconds off the pace? It's not too bad for the newbie. And now we'll go back on board with Vienmi, because him and Geronimo have just came out the pits. Let me check on board with the comment section here. It is going to be dry throughout, according to Glocky, which I think is quite a given that this is Britain and it normally rains. I'm very happy to confirm then it is going to be a dry race, which is fantastic news to everyone. And yes, Rocco is on the hard tyres, 28 flat, which is only 6/10 off Westy. So if you read into that quite a lot, I think Rocco clearly is going to be about 2-3 tenths quicker than Westy. Obviously, we are now getting the drivers coming out on a second outlap, including Vienmi, who is about to start a second lap here in Silverstone, a second competitive lap. He's currently on top with a 26.4. As we approach halfway in qualifying, it is Vienmi, Deneen and Bass filling out the top 3 positions. Quite close, actually, between all the way really from Deneen down to Westy's, only 0.8 of a second, just over. So, very interesting to know. But Vienmi now on a lap. Oh, McLaren going off line there. That was Bossman getting out of the way on an outlap. Good to see him actually avoiding action there. That was a bit weird seeing somebody on the grass, but still, Vienmi coming through onto the Wellington straight. Of course, this is part of the international circuit here at Silverstone. 26.9 again through the first sector, so very competitive first sector there from Vienmi. And if you are going 27 or lower through the first sector, then you are definitely on for 26. Just getting caught wide on the exit of Luffield there, now on the run down towards Copse, which is this right-hander coming up. Speeds in excess of about 170 mile an hour, and in fact he takes that a little bit quicker than last time. 176 through there, it was 173 last time if you've been keeping an eye on the right-hand, the bottom right of your screen. Coming through Maggots and Beckett, now onto the hanger straight. And this is looking much better from Vienmi. This is a 102.4, which I think is about 2-3 tenths quicker currently at this stage. The Swede now coming through Stowe. We are more than halfway through qualifying. There are quite a few drivers out on laps. S-Boy, by the way, has jumped his teammate at 27.4. I may just point out that. Going through the final corner is Ball Boy on a lap. Vienmi across the line. 26 flat. What a lap that is. 26 flat, and he's well quicker. And Geronimo's at the same time as Bass, so he goes fourth, slightly slower there than Bass, but he has at the same time as him. Let's pick on somebody then coming through the final sector. Glock's on a lap, coming into the final sector in the final couple of corners here at Silverstone. This is looking quick. I think this is quick enough for second here. Glock about to come across the line. 26.2, he goes second. So very good improvement there from Glock. See, I just coming across the line. S-Boy is next then across the line. Little Brookie improves up to 7th. Mr. Meyer has left the session. S-Boy with a 27 flat improves ahead of Little Brookie. So he's now up to 7th. Mad's coming through Stowe. I think he's backed off this lap though, and I think he's going to be diving into the pits. He is. He dives into the pits. Westy is on a lap. On a set of softs now, let's see how he can compete with the F2 guys. He's not out of place totally here, as Wizards has jumped up to 3rd with a 26.5, so good jump up there from the Toro Rosso driver. the Brit. Westy about to come around the final 2 corners now. He's around the final corner. That's a quick lap. It's a 26.5, but it's an invalidated lap, and that would have put him 3rd. So Westy has got pace. Looking at the timing sheet there. Bullboy now coming around the final corner. 3-time FRL champion. For those of you who are tuning in and don't know him, Bullboy coming across the line. Goes 13th and definitely off the pace here. 1.6 seconds though, separating the top 13 out on track. Behind me, Glock and Wizards, the top 3 as it stands. A little bit of a shock for Vaporizer currently, as Boltzmann goes 2nd now with a 26.2. But Vienmi on top. I don't see anybody knocking him off top spot at the minute. Unless Vaporizer can drastically improve. 27.5. Below par, I think, from Vaporizer. Is he holding something back on this lap? We'll find out. No, he's not, because he's gone on the gravel at Luffield. That's a good recovery there through Luffield from Vaporizer. I'm just picking up. Has somebody else improved? I think Silas has improved, has he? Into 4th. Yeah, Silas has improved up to 4th. So 26.2 there for Silas. There's a yellow flag in Sector 2 and Sector 3. I think that's just somebody going slow. And it is Rocco, in fact, who I think might have had enough there at the exit of Beckett's. Not sure if we can confirm that, but... Oh, and Phil McConaughey's off. Phil McConaughey is off into the gravel. He's clearly lost it through turn 1. Taking out the boards on the right-hand side. Going to affect the drivers quite a lot. Green flags now in this sector, so there is a point of view shot. Boltzmann at a 10th.5 up through the first sector. He's invalidated, I think, here though. And he'll be coming into the pits. So, with the majority of the guys in, Vienmi on top, Boltzmann 2nd, and Vienmi currently, Glock in 3rd, I should say. Vienmi, Boltzmann and Glock, your current top 3 as it stands. Let me have a look at the comment section once again. What a lap, Montana. Jesus Vienmi says, Bass, over to you, Bass. Bottled a 25, so that's Glock. Clearly thinking he's confident to get a 25. 25.8 for him and Boltzmann in practice, so that'll be interesting to see. With them both being in the top 3, not much now happening out on track. I think Mads is the only one that might be on a competitive lap. We'll go on board with him now. There are a couple of guys just coming out the pits. And Mads is on an out lap, so he's about to start. S-Boy is saying he doesn't have the pace today. He's not too far off, 27 flat, he can improve. I can definitely see him improving a couple of tenths on that lap, if not a couple of positions. So Mads then coming through turn 1 and 2. Looking nice, the Dane. Got no traffic in front of him, he's got pretty much a clear track to play with here. Bass has just started a lap behind him, so we'll cut on board with him once he reaches the final sector, once Mads completes his lap here. He should improve, it's a 27.2 at the minute for Mads, the Dane. With 4 minutes to go in qualifying, Vienmi, Boltzmann and Glock out on top, and a very tight 2nd to 4th, separated by 300ths of a second. So Boltzmann, Glock, Silas separated by 300ths of a second, and 8 drivers within the 26s so far. So very good stuff indeed from our F2 drivers. Maybe showing the F1 guys tomorrow how it's supposed to be done here around Britain. But Mads then coming through Cops. That was a very, very good line through Cops. Not getting too wide on the curb. He's now coming through Magnussen Beckett, but he's nearly spun. Good recovery, but he's going to have to cut across the grass. He has to cut across the grass to avoid anyone that was around him. So let's go then on board with Bass, who was on a lap. Geronimo is going down the Wellington straight as well. Bass and then through Magnussen Beckett's taking it a bit more controlled through there compared to Mads. And this is looking quick. The Dutchman then coming down into Stowe. 205 mile an hour being reached under the braking point. Down into a very low 6th gear. I like to take a very high 5th gear and you try and get the run out the corner there. So Bass now coming around the final 2 corners. This is looking very quick. This is looking very, very quick indeed. Loses slightly at the final corner. Bass coming across the line. Goes 5th with a 26.3 and just adds into the 26s there. So he improves on this lap. Jumps ahead of Wizards. So he's gone 5th. Quite a few guys now coming out on out laps. We'll go on board with them with Geronimo coming through Stowe. And the Red Bull driver now reaching. He's coming back into the pits. I think that's his qualifying done because he's no way he's going to get another lap in with the amount of time around here. Little Brookie then, his teammate coming through Cops. Don't think he's on a lap, actually. He's not. He must have spun somewhere out on track. S-Boy's just preparing for a lap. I'm just going to flick through and see if anybody is on a lap. Bolstman has just started one, so we'll keep an eye on board with him, and Bullboy's just starting one, yeah. So Bolstman then is the next one to probably complete a lap. Can he go ahead of Vienmi with a 26.2 at the minute? Bolstman, Vienmi with a 26 flat. He's on an out lap through sector 2, I think. There is a yellow flag through there. I'm not sure who that is. Now there's a yellow flag in sector 3. I think it's just people preparing for laps. Bolstman through Cops. Oh my goodness me, attacking that so much. 183 mile an hour through Cops. Absolutely unreal. Bolstman then coming through. He is on the pace here, but he's not on the pace and he spun. Bolstman spins out of qualifying here in Britain, and that is his chance to get pole position over and done with. That's his chances completely done. They go flying off by the wayside. So then let's just flick through and see if anybody's on a lap. We've got Little Brookie and S-Boy on laps, but I think Bullboy is ahead of these guys. I do believe out on track. Sorry, S-Boy is ahead, but it looks like he's invalidated, so we'll come on board with Bullboy then. In the Ferrari. Running ERS mode 5, you can run ERS mode 4. Taking a very... Oh, and he's gone off track, and that's his qualifying over for Bullboy. That is his qualifying over. He has gone off track. He should retire the car. He's reversing at 0 miles an hour there. That is very strange. That's very, very strange indeed. So Bullboy clearly out of qualifying now. Vaporizer then through the final couple of corners, coming through Stoll. A little bit twitchy on exit. Not looking too bad at the minute. See what he can do. He can really improve up the order, and I think this is going to be just that. Vaporizer comes across the line, goes 6th. Much better lap there with a 26.4. Wizards has gone off in the middle sector. That was a Cops. Deneen is on a lap. Let's pick on board with any of the top guys that's on a lap. Glock and Silas are on laps, and VME coming through Luffield. So Glock then, as qualifying ends, Westy's gone 5th on his debut. Great lap. Glock coming around the final corner. Can he improve? He does. He goes up to 2nd. So nice lap there. Silas is behind him. He's got a Ferrari help, and then Silas goes 2nd. 26.1. Less than a 10th of a second off VME, who is on a lap. Vaporizer really is the only one, apart from Deneen, who could do this. Deneen still could get pole. We'll find out what the Irishman can do. Of course, TFL B-League winner of last season. Let's see what it can do through the final couple of corners. Deneen and the Irishman. The Irishman coming around the final couple of corners. Phil McConaughey's lap, by the way, has been disqualified. Deneen across the line goes 4th. Very close indeed between some of the top guys. Vienmi then coming around the final corner. Is he going to improve? Yes, he does. 26 flat. He improves slightly by nearly 2/10 of a second. 200ths of a second. Nice lap from him. S-Boy is backed off. Mads is on a lap. Don't think he'll improve great guns. I think this could be a 26 though for Mads coming across the line. 26.8. So he doesn't improve his position. In fact, he does improve his position up to 11th. Rocco on a lap coming across the line. Oh, he's jumped up the order. We'll confirm his position in a second. 9th place for Rocco coming across the line. And I think that was on a set of softs. So nice lap there by Rocco ending off the session. And as we come now into the end of qualifying, I'm about to get started for the race. I will check the comments section very soon as I give a order here. 0.8 of a second separating the top 12. Great stuff for the guys out on track. And 2.5 separating the top 5. So Vienmi, Silas, Scandinavian front row, Glock in 3rd with Deneen in 4th. That's going to be interesting. Boltzmann in 5th, Westy in 6th, Bass in 7th, Vaporizer in 8th, Rocco in 9th, Wizards in 10th, 5.5 separating the top 10. Fantastic stuff again. Geronimo Mad, S-Boy, Little Brookie, Bullboy, JB and Phil McConaughey, who had his lap invalidated. We've also got Mr. Meyer joining in on the action as well, right from the back. So 18 drivers here for F2. Let me check on board with what you're interacting in the comment section then. Let's have a look. Don't stress, Bass, you've got this. Toxic tuning in, Vienmi, Boltzmann and Glock. F2 is really nice to watch. F1 is just poor because of the attendance, which we'll sure will get fixed. And we will. Felix tuning in. Happy birthday, Felix, from all of us here at Global Hub Racing. It's a shame you're missing out because I think you'd be right up there with the qualifying here tonight. Got home half an hour too late. If only we waited half an hour for you and Rocco to turn up. But happy birthday to Felix indeed. And I do believe he was out for a meal earlier on, that's why he couldn't attend tonight. He gets to watch then and drink himself silly with alcohol while I've got to do all the hard work and commentate. So grab the popcorn, grab your alcohol at the ready, and we'll see what unfolds here at the home of British Motorsport at Silverstone. There are the tyre graphics. Majority of the guys going for a set of softs. Bullboy in a set of mediums and Jack Meyer on a set of hards is the only two that I can spot, certainly, that are on different tyres. The rest of the guys out on soft, so quite an easy tyre strategy, I think, for some of the guys there. Put down your predictions, what is going to happen in this race. I'm going to put down a prediction of a top 3, and I'm going to go Boastman for the win. I just think he's got a more pace round here, and possibly more strategic mindset round here compared to some of the others ahead of him. So Boastman for me for the win. I'm going to go Vienmi second, and I'm going to go Bass for third. I think Bass could have a really good race round here. But judging by qualifying, it's going to be very close out on track. No drinking, only after exams in 2 weeks. Get a pint down you, man. Get a pint, it's your 18th birthday, for goodness sake. Goodness me. I mean, I can't complain. I've got half a glass of Coke here with me, which is fantastic. That's going to take me through the whole of 26 laps here in Silverstone. Bossman for the win. Are you having a laugh? I'm not having a laugh. I'm being very serious. I just think his strategy, more of a strategic mindset, I think works around here. We saw with Stinner Winner in F3, and I think his mindset is pretty similar to Stinner Winner. Anyways, we are about to start the action here. Jack Meyer just coming around the final couple of corners. So Vienri is the first to line up on the grid slots. I wish I could hope for better camera angle than this, but gonna be a slipstream party, says Wizards. Jack Meyer just joining up to the back of the grid, so we're about to get going here. Hopefully with a better camera angle. I'm definitely not wanting that camera angle. Goodness me. So then, 5 red lights are about to go out here at Silverstone. Revving engines are on. And we go green in Silverstone. Vienmi got a good start from the grid. Silas, Glock, Deneen in behind, but it's going to be Vienmi leading into turn 1. Mads was just coming across somebody slightly into turn 1 there, but all through cleanly. Bullboy dropping down a couple of positions. Silas diving down the inside as he on Vienmi. Not too bad. All looking clean in behind. There's 4 wide in the background. Little Brookie S-Boy. And that's caused a massive, massive collision in behind. So Vienmi leading out of turns... the village section. Vienmi leading now into Brooklands and Cops at the end of sector 1. Now coming through Luffield, I should say. Vienmi leading. JB gets a 5-second stop go for ignoring the yellow flag. Mads, S-Boy, Little Brookie, Jack Meyer, I think, were caught up in that early melee, which I saw in the background. Westy has got a 5-second stop go for gaining a position. He's up to 5th and he's gained, and there's quite a bit of action going on in behind. We'll cut to this slightly, rock around the outside of Bass there, and it's all getting very close between Geronimo, Vaporizer, Deneen, Wizards right on the back of this as well. Phil McConaughey is up a couple of positions as we see Deneen. Oh, and that's caused a massive Constantino, and a huge crash there. I think it was because of Deneen having a half spin almost. That has caused so much to happen in behind. We'll get through that, and we've also missed the battle for the lead because Silas has got through into the lead on Vienmi. Everyone got through turn 1 and 2 okay, but the whole of lap 1 from majority definitely not clean at all, and we will investigate all incidents that have occurred out on track so far, and of course during this race. Frankly, driving standards again below par. That's all I'm going to say. Let's focus on the action though in the meantime. Silas leading by 3.5 tenths. He's got the quicker start from Vienmi in second, Glock in third. Bozeman now begin to attack Glock, who I think just made a slight mistake there, coming out of the village section. Now running down, we'll cut on board with him. He's weaving slightly as Vienmi tries to attack Silas there in the foreground of shot. Cut back to broadcast cam, everyone coming out the pits. Bass on a set of hards will try and get to the end. Impossible if he tries to go to the end, if I've got to be honest. But Silas, Vienmi, pulling away out in front. Glock, Boltzmann and Wesley having a great race on his debut into 5th. With Deneen and Rocco, the two Saubers, battling in behind. Bullboy is getting positions, he's up to 8th after everyone coming into the pits. JB was the chief sufferer, I think, in all of that melee that are caused through Maggots and Beckett's for the first time. And Bossman takes an excursion. Bossman takes an excursion on the exit of Beckett. He's going to be now vulnerable to Westy. He's going to try and go around his inside. He's going to defend the inside line. Westy then around the outside line into Stowe. He's going to try and cut for a switchback. Bossman might have to come in the pits here. He's staying in front of him for now. But let's see. Can Westy get him on his debut here in F2? Silas pulling away from Vienmi. Quickest lap of the race there by Silas, 30.3. Rocco was into the pits, must have picked up some front wing damage, possibly from a bit of contact with Deneen. DRS enabled on lap 3, Silas leading. Vienmi second, Glock third, Bossman 4th, who is under pressure from Westy. With Deneen and Bullboy filling out the top 7 positions in behind. Little Brookie and S-Boy. Phil McConaughey going well with Mads as well. Let me just tune into the comment section and see what you thought of that lap 1 melee. Good luck, says Toxic. I think good luck is in order for pretty much everyone that was called up in that melee for turn 1. But Silas leading the way, everything just spreading itself out slightly. We'll come on board with a battle then with Phil McConaughey and Mads for now. Although I can see Vienmi starting to get a bit closer to Silas. Mads right on the back of him, I don't think he'll do anything silly here. So we'll cut back on board then with this battle for the lead. As they come through Maggots and Beckett. Vienmi really struggling through Maggots and Beckett. He's lost time to Silas, and now he could be quite vulnerable to Glock, who was in behind him, running down the hangar straight into Stowe. But Silas leading at the minute, the Den doing a nice job. We'll cut back on board then with Phil McConaughey and Mads, because these are about to go side by side. Now it looks like Mads going to try and go sweeping around the outside of Stowe. He's got the car ahead. He should get the move done. Phil McConaughey backs off. And beautiful move done for Phil McConaughey, for Mads. Getting the move done. And S-Boy, by the way, I think Little Brookie was trying to attack him, going through on the exit of Stowe. That didn't work out for him. Westy, by the way, has lost time, and he's spun. That's why he has lost time. He has spun at turn 1 and 2. So Westy has spun, rejoins track. He's got Mads behind him. 10-second time penalty for exceeding track limits. That was very unfair, to be honest. If I've got to be honest there. Vaporizer leaves the session, retiring after that first corner melee. Bass and Rocco and Wizards are having a 3-way battle. Got on board with this then. These are coming out the final corner. Rocco, Bass, Wizards. Wizard trying to go down the inside of Bass. Didn't want to try that. Two of these guys on a set of hards. Wizards on a set of mediums. Might have to pit again. And Wizards picking up a 3-second time penalty there. And there's been a collision, I think. Bass. Has he been reset to track? Oh! Him and Wizards have had contact. Him and Wizards, I'm pretty sure, have had contact off camera. I do apologise for the camera angle there. But it looks like both of them have had contact. I'm not sure who lost it, but it might have been Bass losing it and collecting Wizards. I'm not sure. Both Torossos are out of this race, though. Dire stuff currently in F2. This is supposed to be one of our cleanest formulas, and currently far from it at the minute, as Phil McConaughey is now retired out the race. I'm not sure what's going on here. Phil McConaughey, Westy, by the way, is into the pit. We'll cut back on board with the battle for the lead, because that's the most important thing that's happening out on track. And Vienmi is beginning to save his tyres up, it seems. He's right on the back of Silas, coming into the Wellington Straight, run down towards Brooklands at the end of the first sector. On lap 5 out of 26. Here he comes, Vienmi closing up all the way. Trying to go down the inside of Silas. Not quite. Not quite. He'll wait probably until the straight. Bass lagged back, apparently, according to wizards. If you can send footage into the steward's office, that'll be absolutely fantastic. Or send it to me on PSN. That'll be even better. So obviously I am the F2 steward. Westy, by the way, is just coming out of the pits behind the battle with Rocco and Geronimo, I do believe. And he is, and he's going to be right beside Bass, it seems, there as well. But battle for the lead. See, that's leading. The enemy in second. And everything just a little bit quiet now out on track as it stands, but the battle for the lead still hotting up. Boltzmann's right in there as well, with Glock third and fourth. And Silas. So they all come through the final corners. Just checking that they all come in through the final corners. They are. Nobody heading into the pits. S-Boy trying to attack Bullboy. The two boys are now heading at it. Bullboy and S-Boy. S-Boy on the quicker tyre. Bullboy will try and hold him up as much as possible. But S-Boy, I think it's going to be inevitable that S-Boy should get past very soon. Jack Meyer gets a 3-second time penalty when battling with Westy further down the order. And that, I think, is just coming out of Maggots and Beckett. Yeah, I thought it was through Cox where he picked it up. These two running down the straight. We'll cut back on board with the battle for the lead in a moment, because Jack Meyer's just got past Westy. Nice clean move. The Welshman is up a position. He's up to 13th there. So not too bad at all. But coming out of left field, the enemy again getting close. First and second sector he seems to be quite strong. Then the third sector, it all just crumbles away behind him. And Silas gets away slightly. So they come through Cops. 170 mile an hour taken there for the enemy coming through Cops. Boltzmann a little wide in the background, but nothing too major to note. As Glock picks up a 3-second time penalty coming through Maggots and Beckett's. But Silas leading the way, 5.5 tenths. Again, the enemy just slightly slow out of Maggots and Beckett's and just let Silas pull away slightly. But the speed is there. He's just got to be a lot closer. I would say about 3 tenths off him coming out of Beckett's would be ideal for the lead. Anybody coming in and behind? Nope, they're still going to go around for a couple more laps. S-Boy then on the back of Bullboy, trying to go around the outside, all the way around the outside of S-Boy. Beautiful move. What a move. Fantastic stuff. Bullboy now trying to dive it back down the inside, and he is. He's got the car. Shocking camera angle. S-Boy defends the position well. Bullboy now down the inside. Can he get the run? S-Boy just being forced off track slightly. Side by side running down the straight into turn 1. S-Boy around the outside of turn 1. Bullboy, he'll have to give up the position. He's all the way around the outside. S-Boy's got it. S-Boy gets it again. What a move around the outside of turn 1. Brilliant action between both drivers, and S-Boy gets the move done round the outside of turn 1 and 2. Absolutely fantastic move. And Bullboy's going to come back at him on the run down towards Brooklands. This is not over. Little Brookie just waiting, possibly for a mistake between one of these two. Bullboy now down the inside of Brooklands. Got him back down the inside of Brooklands. We'll cut on board with the battle for leads in a moment, because I see the enemy is a lot closer this time around compared to Silas. Can he get the better run out of Maggots and Beckett? Let's find out. Silas again. The enemy, that's why he's just taken it as Westy retires into the pits. Not a great first race for him at all. I think he must have been caught up in that contact. Bullboy then and S-Boy back to the battle. Ooh, Bullboy slightly out of Maggots and Beckett, slower than S-Boy. Now S-Boy's all over the back of him. Should get the move done around the outside of Stowe here. He should be line abreast. Bullboy, I think, will back off quite wisely, and he does. S-Boy's through. But the yo-yo effect is happening here in Silverstone. Silverstone, Silas leading. The enemy second, Glock in third, as we are 1/3's distance pretty much through here at the home of British Motorsport. Cut back on board there with the enemy. Again, through the first sector, he's very close to Silas. And I think he's a lot closer this time compared to, as we've got contact, and it's not between S-Boy and Bullboy, which I thought it was. The enemy trying to launch it down the inside. There's so much going on, I can't keep up. I wish there was a second commentator with me. Silas and the enemy. Let's focus on this battle for now. I can see Bullboy and S-Boy's jumping positions left, right and centre, but currently these two, Silas, is he beginning to back up the pack now and back up the enemy into Glock and Boltzmann? Be quite intriguing if he is actually doing that. There is a yellow flag in Sector 3. I think that might be for Mr. Meyer, who is just joining back, and JB as well. Just joining back. Connection issues there for both of them, clearly. Henry coming down the straight, getting a lot closer. Getting a lot closer. I don't think he's close enough for a move. He was 800ths off under the braking. He could go for switchback. Not quite. None of the first two were in. Boastman, I thought he was going to jump into the pits there, but he's not. Come back on board then with now a three-way battle for 6th. S-Boy again round the outside of Stowe. Gets the move done again. Bullboy ahead of him. And Little Brookie catching in. Having a much better race compared to what he's had this season so far. Coming through the final couple of corners now. See, that's leading. Bass has retired out the race. Must have spun it somewhere out on track, and he has. And there's Rocco, actually. Rocco was spun it out of Cops as well. And there must have been contact between both of them. There must have been contact between both of them. I'm not getting anything up if there's a safety car or anything. There isn't at the minute, but a four-way battle for the lead is now developing. I'm going to keep on board with this very closely. Silas, Vienmi, Glock, and Boastman. Separated by 2 seconds consistently throughout this race. I'm just going to tune into the comment section because I can see quite a few commenters coming in. Bass saying this league. This league. If you have any problems with the league, direct them to me, of course, Bass, and I'll be very happy to try and sort them out alongside you and alongside all the drivers. That's our opinion in our formulas throughout the season. Glocky very close to Vienmi, and Vienmi not really that close to Silas. Oh, it's just been backed up. It's almost as if they're just racing in tandem almost at the minute. Any of the front guys coming in? Yes! There's Vienmi in, and there's Glock switching in as well. So Vienmi and Glock from 2nd and 3rd out on track. Now pits, and that leaves a bit of a dilemma to both McLarens at the minute. As Wesley says, well, that went well. I'll catch up with him, of course, after this race. Silas and Boastman, though, bit of a dilemma now between the two McLarens because both of them may have to pit on the same lap, or one of them will have to extend their stint. And I think, to be honest, I'd be prioritising Silas over Boastman at this stage. I'd be prioritising Silas over Boastman at this stage. My patience has gone spinning guys everywhere, losing front win like nothing. Vienmi with a great strategic decision there. I agree, mediums can last 16, 17 laps quite easily around here at Silverstone. Tyre wear not really a factor on the mediums and the hards, more so on the softs. Gap just extending out though. 1.8 seconds was the gap between 1st and 4th before Vienmi and Glock pitted. By the way, they've got out ahead of Deneen quite comfortably, who also pitted on that lap. So he's now running about 10 seconds behind those guys. Little Brookie has also got past Ballboy, it seems. So Little Brookie is now past Ballboy for 4th. Ballboy running in 5th. He'll try and extend that medium stint to around midway through the race. So lap 14, 15, I think, just after midway. Are we going to get one of the McLarens into the pits then? Let's see. Silas is coming in. Boastman's going to have to extend his stint out another lap, which I don't think will be a problem for him, but those rears will be overheating more than the fronts at this stage. As Ballboy and Little Brookie go side by side down into Stowe. I wouldn't be surprised if Little Brookie actually comes into the pits this lap. Ballboy down the inside gets the move done. He might have just overran himself a little bit. Little Brookie on the inside line. He's going to come into the pits as I predicted. That just spreads him out a bit. S-Boy's also winning ahead as well. So that leaves Boastman with a clear lead out in front. Can he try and do now the overcut? He has got to do a remarkable in-lap here to try any sort of tactic to try and win this race. By the way, Silas coming out the pits. Vienmi only coming through turn 1. This is very tight between these two. And it looks like Vienmi's got him. Vienmi has got Silas jumping ahead. And the undercut has worked, and that is a perfect strategic decision there by Vienmi, and that I think could be a race-winning move, because Silas, on a colder set of the mediums, now down into net second with Glock, now pressurising him for 3rd as well. Boastman, obviously still to pit, will probably come, I think, 2-3 seconds behind Glock here, so it's just going to all be spread out a little bit, as S-Boy coming out of the pits, goodness me. Little Brookie, Geronimo, S-Boy, Mads. 4-way battle going on for 7th. Oh, Little Brookie again. Little bit forced off there by his teammate slightly. Obviously, Geronimo was caught up in that turn 1 incident. But Let's see how it goes on. Bossman, by the way, is into the pits. We'll follow his pit stop now. Beautiful helicopter cam, though, with Glock. And he is getting closer now to Silas. You can tell by that camera angle he's getting closer. S-Boy and Mads changing positions. Is Glock close enough? Is he going to launch it down the inside of stall? Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Silas didn't realise he was coming. He's pretty much got the car side by side. Can now Glock push this round the outside of him? I think he's just going to back off. He's got the inside line. He doesn't want to force it. Oh, and there's contact. There's contact, and I think Glock waking up there. Glock waking up, man had just not been aware, and he's going to let Silas through. Good sportsmanship there, being shown out on track. Glock let Silas through. He was in the wrong, and he knew exactly what had happened. 3-second time penalty to add to his pain as well there. He's going to be quite annoyed with that, but it's good sportsmanship there shown by Silas and Glock. And now after that contact, Bossman's came out the pit, and he's now in next second. So all change here in Britain once again, and Bossman, who predicted him for the race win, he's only 4.6 seconds off and he's on fresher tyres. Glock now down the inside of Brooklyn's, got him. Glock down the inside of Brooklyn's, perfectly timed move. Down the inside of Brooklyn's, gets the move done, and he's now trying to defend off Silas. He should be the quicker car now out on track. Those tyres have warmed up slightly better than Silas, of course, running a lap less on the mediums, which obviously will be a lap fresher come the end of the race. Ballboy, by the way, is leading. He should be coming out around 10th, I think, under the pit stops, I would imagine. But Ballboy leads, but that masterclass by Vienmi, I think, has won him the race. He's now got 5 seconds pretty much to Bossman. That is him ahead of him, by the way. Silas now coming past him, running down the hanger straight they go. And Silas back down the inside. He'll defend the inside line at Stowe. Glocky doesn't want to be trying the same move this lap around, and he's just backed off, I think. Trying to go for the move down the inside this time. It was down the outside of the corner last time. Doesn't go for it. Realises what he'd done wrong last lap around. Doesn't want to try and pressurise Silas at the minute. He does look slightly quicker than him at this stage. Ballboy, by the way, is still leading. 2.5 seconds, but that gap is going to close down, and this could cause a bit of a hindrance to some of the guys behind fighting for the net lead. He could disrupt the net lead battle here. So Ballboy, Vienmi, Boltzmann, Silas, Glock, your current top 5. Everyone else pretty much spread out. I think S-Boy has jumped Little Brookie. He's got past him on that lap. So S-Boy is now up to 8th ahead of Little Brookie and Mads, who's just in behind on this battle as well. He has obviously pitted 2 laps less into the race compared to S-Boy and Little Brookie ahead, who have 2 lap fresher tyres compared to Mads. After this race, by the way, I will be announcing the league that was that has been set up tonight, and it is something totally brand new to Global Club Racing. And in fact, I think only one other league I know that does it, so something very interesting and something you should all get involved with. Indeed. Silas getting close to Bossman. Not close enough though. This is obviously for next second. Ballboy still isn't into the pits yet. Going another lap at least. 14 laps at least for him. We are now through halfway. Ballboy leads. Vienmi second. Bossman third. Silas in fourth. But I think Ballboy will probably relinquish the lead on this lap, because that gap has closed. At least half of that gap has gone compared to last lap around. Silas on the back of Bossman. Glock has just lost slight contact with Silas. He's 1.1 seconds off at this stage. Wouldn't be too concerned at the minute. Obviously penalties might play into the favour of Glock, who is in behind. He's 1.1 seconds off the pace. Currently sitting in net 4th, with Ballboy obviously still out in front. Just looking all a little bit too quiet now out on track. And that's normally not a good thing. So Little Brookie's now on the back of S-Boy. Let's watch on board with this for a little bit. Little Brookie should get him, I think, here. On the exit onto the Wellington straight. Now coming through Brooklands. He's going to have to go all the way around the outside into Brooklands. Little Brookie around the outside of Brooklands. S-Boy not forcing off track. Beautiful room being given there by S-Boy. And he sees it around the outside and he keeps the position. Good defensive driving there by the Dutchman. But he's now going to come under pressure on the run down to Cops from Little Brookie, who is going to be... Oh, S-Boy just moving across his line slightly. Little Brookie now around the outside of Cops. Both of them side by side through Cops. Little Brookie's going to have to run wide and maybe relinquish that position. He's got the car ahead. He might just have to relinquish position. And S-Boy gets through anyways. Espo gets through anyways. A little bit of contact made on the side of the car. But that is about it. Ballboy's still not coming into the pits, by the way. He's gone for another lap at least, and Vienmi is going to have to be very cautious as to what happens here. He's going to be held up for at least a couple more corners before he can get past. With Bossman and Silas now attacking, they're beginning to pull away now from Glock, who might be settling for a net fourth, but I always say he might be pushing. And speaking of pushing, here comes Vienmi down the inside of Brooklands. Beautiful move. Got the move done, and he's now back into the lead of the race, the official lead of the race for Vienmi, and he gets the move done. 5 tenths ahead now of Ballboy. Jack Bly just leaves the party and obstructs my view of the top two there. Bossman and Silas much closer, and the two McLarens are about to do battle on the run down towards Cops. Is Silas going to try and look down the inside? Surely not. He gets the move done. Oh, that is a sensational move down the inside. Bossman now trying to attack on the outside line. He's trying to get past him here. He's not. Silas, 3-second time penalty there. I don't think he'll care, but what a move that was. Round the outside of Cops. Beautiful move. And Silas has got the move done. Down the inside of Cops, I should say. Bossman now has got the run off, and he's got the speed, and he gets back past him again, and the two McLarens change positions once again. Ballboy is still going out on lap. He should be pitting very soon for soft compound of tyres, and I would imagine he'll be out around S-Boy, Little Brookie Mads sort of area, if my calculations are right in terms of the penalties. Vienmi losing time. Yeah, Vienmi losing time to Ballboy, but he has got past him. Silas, I've just missed that. Silas is defending again off Bossman, who I think was trying to attempt a move into turn 1 and 2. Pretty much side by side, I think both McLarens were there. But now Bossman should get the move done. In fact, Silas got past him. Bossman is down the inside of Brooklands. Plenty of overtakes here tonight, and there's another one. And there's another one, because there goes Silas around the outside of the field. A little bit of contact. He's trying to go all the way around the outside. He's into the gravel slightly. Oh, side by side between both McLarens, running down the straight into Cops. This is going to be very, very close indeed. Bossman now on the inside line. Silas gives way. So Silas gives way. There is a yellow flag in Sector 1, which I think is for Little Brookie, who has had some sort of contact with one of the drivers. He's still in the point-scoring positions, though, as they come through Maggots and Beckett, and now the three-way battle for second. Net second out on track develops. Two McLarens and a Mercedes. It's like old school F1. Silas, Bossman, Glock trying to go for a double move. Surely not. We'll go back on board with him. He's got the move done on Bossman. Bossman now tries to force him off. It's all getting a little bit too tight between these three. And Glocky, I think, fairly gives way. And Bossman down the inside. Of Vale. Trying to go for the move, but Silas keeps around the outside. Unbelievable racing here. Three-way battle for second, heating up and scorching. The tarmac hero of Silverstone. Bossman 3-second time penalty. Glock trying to go all the way around the outside. Oh my god, if he pulled that off. Jesus Christ. It's all getting a little bit too hard. And it looks like Glocky actually is now getting held up by both McLarens. And he's got the move done. Surely down the inside of Bossman. They run side by side now, running down into the Wellington straight and on to Brooklands once again. Glock down the inside. Bossman will have to give way. And he does. And Glock gets that move done. Frantic action at Silverstone. And it's still not over, because here comes Bossman on the back of Glock again. It's not over until the fat lady sings. Silas, Glock, Bossman, Geronimo and S-Boy are changing positions quite rapidly as well. Further down the field, they run 3 wide now into Maggots and Beckett. We are 2/3 through the race. The enemy leading. All of this is just letting them get away. He's about 6 seconds out in front now compared to Silas. He's currently in third. Ballboy's still not to pit. Glock now. Is he going to launch it down the inside of Stowe? Yes, he is. Doesn't commit the move fully. And he just backs off slightly. And I think he's aware that he doesn't want to make contact with Silas again. Bossman launches up the inside. Glock. I think Bossman got caught on the curb there. He did, but he's back down the inside now into the final corner. Glocky keeps it wide, and he'll have to forgive the position there. Bit of grass lawn mowing going on there for Glock. Frantic stuff here. Vienmi just losing a slight amount of time. I'm not sure if there's a battle going on ahead of him, actually. There's not at the minute, but frantic stuff in behind though between Glock and Bossman. Between these three per second. Between these three per second. And that in fact is Jack Meyer coming into shot. Jack Meyer is running around ahead of these guys. I'm not sure if he's a ghosted car. I think he is. He is. In fact, that is not. That's Ballboy actually, sorry. Wrong Ferrari, that's Ballboy coming back to these three. Ballboy is now struggling and he's beginning to come back to these three. Honestly, this is not all over yet. Vienmi leading. Ballboy now getting involved in this net battle for second. It will soon be a battle for second because there goes Silas. Round the outside of him. Ballboy I think will be relinquishing into the pits now. He knows his tyres are gone. Glock then, getting a better run off. Ballboy, he's going to come into the pit and he does. Fair and square, gets out of the way. What we like to see, doesn't ruin a battle. 5.6 seconds then is Vienmi's advantage ahead of Silas. With Glock in third, Bossman in fourth. We'll come on board with Glock because he's in between both the McLarens and the McLaren sandwich at the minute. Come through turns 1 and 2. With 8 laps to go here at Silverstone. Vienmi, the Swede, leading the way, and that strategic masterclass has proved dividends here so far at Silverstone. So Vienmi leading, 5.6 seconds out in front. Silas second, Glock third, getting closer, getting closer, getting closer. He could have launched a Danny Rick style move down the inside there, but not quite. Not quite close enough. By the way, Ballboy is getting out ahead of S-Boy and Geronimo. So great move for him. And speaking of Geronimo, he's out. Geronimo out at turn 1. I think there might have been contact there with S-Boy. I'm not sure. I didn't catch that on stream. Hopefully we'll get a POV shot of that. But Vienmi hanging on in there. Sorry, not Vienmi hanging on in there. Silas hanging on in there because Glock and Bossman are all over the back of him again. And this three-way battle is not over until the final 80 seconds, and here we go. Here comes Bossman and Glock again. Both of them will have a double toe on Silas, who is a sitting duck running down into Stowe. Can Glock go for the move down the inside? He is. Launches it. Oh, contact. Contact, and he collects Bossman as well. Again, misjudgment there from Glock's point of view, I think. Try to commit a move. The gap was closing all the way to the corner. He might feel a judge that Silas closed him off at the last possible second. Might go down as a racing incident, but that's a hard one to really prioritise there. And that was developing into such a good battle. It just gone a little bit too far. It goes a little bit too far, and contact is made. I would say Glock had every right trying to go down the inside. Silas trying to close him off. I think just the pure gap between both cars were not there at all. And yes, Vienmi should be fine. Vienmi should be fine. He's 6.2 seconds clear. He should be fine. These guys have now made contact. It's all spread itself out. There's a yellow flag in Sector 2, which is not Glock. I will point out who that is. I think it's JB. I think it might be JB. Who has got a yellow flag there. I think he just lost a bit of time. Drivers behind have quite a few penalties. Now then, we can actually tell you who's got penalties. Vienmi then on 2 warnings. Silas on 1 penalty. Bossman on 4 penalties. Goodness me. Glock on 3 penalties. Deneen on 1 warning. Ballboy on one penalty. S-Boy on 1 penalty. Mads on 1 warning. Little Brookie on 3 penalties. Rocco, who is still going around on the hards, by the way, he's on 2 penalties. JB is on 2 penalties, but he hasn't had any penalties since because I think the connection glitch occurred between him and Jack Meyer, who left the session earlier on. Similar to what we had with Billy, I think. JB Balway is in the pits. He looks like he's going to go for fastest lap of the race. Don't blame him for doing so as well. The Enemy 3-second time penalty. That's his first one. That was through Brooklands, I think that occurred. Both McLarens now. Bossman, fresher tyres, beginning to close in on Silas. Running slightly wide there at Luffield. Beautiful helicopter cam though. With 6 laps to go, the Enemy leading. 6 seconds. I don't think that's that is definitely now an unassailable lead. Unless he spins like one of our F3 drivers did in a McLaren thingy. Glock, by the way, I think he's just resigned to the fact that he's going to be finishing fourth. It's going to be a good result from him nonetheless. It will be a podium, I think, because Boltzmann obviously has got more penalties than him. So Glock's staying on in there and keeping on in there. Obviously, we'll investigate all incidents that have happened, and I'm going to be very, very busy into the late hours of the night here. And so is Mads as well, because Mads, of course, now our head of stewarding. Rocco's trying to keep little Brookie company further down the order. That is running through Cops, and he got him. Rocco got him. 5 laps to go. And after this race, I will be tuning in. I will certainly be having some sweet and smoky barbecue crisps, I know that. After this race, that is what's waiting me after this race. If I just have a look then on board, there's 2 McLaren battles, Silas and Boltzmann. Boltzmann looking quicker now than Silas at the second half of the race. There is a yellow flag in sector 3. Not sure who that might be. It's not one of the leaders. Little Brookie, I think it might have been. Could have been Little Brookie. But we'll confirm that very soon. Yeah, he is losing time slightly. But VNMe, 5.9 seconds. Both McLarens are just starting to try and close in, but I think it's because VNMe is just saving his ERS, and indeed he is. He's got more ERS than both Silas and Boltzmann. He's got about a couple of percent more than Boltzmann and about twice as much as Silas. That's not too bad at all. As we approach 4 laps to go here in Silverstone, and Boltzmann trying to attack the back end there as Silas. Got very close to the back end. He'd be looking for a move past. He'd be looking for a way past. I think coming down into the first sector, down the Wellington Straight and into Brooklands, I think is going to be the one to watch from there. I have got somebody waiting for me after this race as well, so that's very interesting. I can't reveal any details. I will confirm the details though before we cut into the interviews of what is what our new league is. Hopefully everyone will be excited, and hopefully everyone has got either a phone or a computer or a tablet at the ready. That's what I'm saying. Both McLaren take him with Boltzmann. Look at the overspeed down the inside of Brooklands. Beautiful move. Got him done. He's up to second. He should begin to pull away now. Done, dusted, kippers and custard for Boltzmann. He's up to second. Silas will try and stay on in there, of course. He's only got a lap. He's got a lap fresher tyres compared to Boltzmann, but Boltzmann. Oh! Good recovery by Boltzmann. Just slightly lost it out of Cops, and that could have been nailing the coffin there for Boltzmann. Could be nailing the coffin there for Silas because he's lost time now on Boltzmann, and I think both McLarens now resigned to the fact. Glock, by the way, not catching these two. Ooh, I thought Silas going to try and launch it down the inside, similar to what Glock did on Silas there early on in the race. Of course, if you have missed any of the highlights, they will be available shortly after this race. Fastest lap by VNMe on a set of mediums. That's on a set of 14 lap-old mediums. A very nice lap there by VNMe. 7 seconds clear now, so clearly putting in a great lap as they come out of turn 1 and 2, and here comes Silas around the outside of Boltzmann into turn 3. He's going to go switchback. Is he going to go around the outside of the village section? Cuts it down the inside. He's got the car down the inside. He's 3/4 the way there. He's pretty much side by side with him. He's quarter of the way there now, and it looks like Boltzmann might just have this running down the straight, and I think he does. Boltzmann does. Silas drops to the inside though. Boltzmann aware of the danger. Great battle going on between these two. Both McLarens have been consistently good throughout this race. I'm nearly making contact. I think Silas was up his inside there into Lovefield. Wasn't the greatest place to do it. Rocco, by the way, I think is pitting now. Either he's got a puncture or something. 21 laps on those hards. They can't go any further for him. Fastest lap, I think, awaits him on a set of softs. As VNMe is just 8.3 seconds clear and pulling further and further clear But Silas and Bossman is the one to watch, and this is going to be consistent to the end now, with Glock getting closer and behind. Silas around the outside of Stowe, trying to keep it all the way around the outside. I think he's got him. He's got him. Beautiful move. Silas cuts across Bossman's line slightly. He was allowed to do that. He gets the move done. He gets the move done, and the Dane is back up to second place. Consistently good battle between the two McLarens throughout the race, and Unseen just highlighting that point as well. Those McLarens are putting on an amazing show tonight. Quality of F2 shines once again, and I think it shines once again, apart from the contact earlier on. The level of racing once again, especially between second and fourth, have been absolutely brilliant tonight. But Vienmi is going to be the star of the show here in Britain. The Swede is going to take another win here, and I think it is going to be his second win of the season. I could be mistaken. I've got a memory of a sieve, so please correct me if I'm wrong. Did he win last week in Austria? I'm not sure. But in the meantime, as the power off sign comes on my TV, that's not great. Vienmi is about to reach the final lap. Silas and Bossman just spread themselves out a little bit. Glock in there, pitching 3.1 seconds off. Obviously, watch out for the penalties, because I think it's going to be interesting that Glock will have less penalties than Boastman, but by how many remains to be seen. A little bit of mowing, little one going on there. Boastman closer this time. Look at you'll see the closing speed. He's already going to be passed. He's already passed. Switching on Glock with mistake, but no need. Boastman's already passed him. Bossman already through. Silas will try and attack him now. Both McLarens now onto the final lap. They go. Vienmi leads. He's got this. He's got this in safekeeping. He can pick up probably 12 seconds worth of penalties and still win this. Bossman in second. Silas in third. Going for a move at turn one. Got him. Got him down the inside. What a move. Brilliant move by Silas. He did it round the outside of him. Of Bossman earlier on in the race. Now it's down the inside of him at turn 1 and 2. And he's got the move done beautifully down at turn 1, and Silas is through again. But now Bossman with the overspeed. Watch the overspeed. He's waiting. I think it was on purpose that he waited for the DRS. He's gone past him like a flash of light, and he's gone up to second again. And that could be the finishing order right there. Who knows? But Vienmi absolutely faultless out in front. Bossman, Silas, second and third. It's not over between these two McLarens. They are going to go at it right to the line here. Glock is probably just waiting in behind for contact and trying to get a podium for sure. But Vienmi is 9 seconds out in front pretty much. Is Silas thinking about a move? Maggots and Beckett? No, he's not. Thank goodness for that as well. And he's not going to do that. But coming through. Vienmi's coming through still, by the way. He's going to win this. But Bossman and Silas are what to watch. The order. Silas going to go around the outside of Stowe, is he? Can he hang around the outside? He can! He can, but Bossman across him slightly. They're side by side coming out. I think Silas has got this move done. Silas has got the move done. Vienmi crossing the line to win here in Britain. But Silas and Bossman round that final corner. Got him! Got him! Crucial move by Silas. That should secure a second for him. Bossman across the line in third. Penalties coming into Glock's favour. He finishes third in the end. Dineen will be coming across the line in fifth. Could inherit fourth here as well. He does. He does, so that's crucial for the Irishman. But what a move round the outside of Silas to end that race off. Absolutely unreal. Round the outside with 2 corners to go and snatches second from the jaws of defeat. Absolutely brilliant. Bullboy across the line in 6th then. S-Boy in 7th. Both of them had similar amounts of penalties. Mads is going to be coming across the line in 8th. Little Brookie is on his first points of the season. He's going to be coming across the line in 9th. My first and third was correct. It's a shame mine wasn't. But Vienmi has won, and Glock finishing third. So good prediction there by Toxic, I've got to say. Little Brookie across the line in 9th. Rocker was coming through still. He's going to round off the points in 10th place. Sorry about a couple of contacts with Silas. Was really on the limit there, says Glocky. And I've got to be fair to him. Good sportsmanship shown between both him and Silas with the amount of contact that they did make. It was great sportsmanship to see. And that is what we promote in Global Hub Racing. Sportsmanship at the fore. Is at the fore. Vienmi is going to be taking the win here in Britain with a faultless drive. Strategically brilliant on the night. And the Swede picks up another win here in F2. Absolutely fantastic. Steph S-Boy in the comment section saying this was a fun race, had really good battles. I think he was consistently with Geronimo and Ballboy for most of that race. So it'll be interesting to see his point of view coming out of that as well. There can be good driving in Global Hub Racing, I can assure you, and probably what you saw from my end was probably the cleanest you'll see all night. But Vienmi then wins. Mad's the only one not to pick up a penalty, so good job for him, the Dane. But it is his fellow Scandinavians, first, second, third, fourth and fifth, all remaining as they were. Vienmi winning here. It's a Scandinavian 1-2 with the Dane Silas in second. Glock in third, inheriting that from Deneen. Fastest lap, by the way, I do believe goes to Rocco, so that's an extra point for him. Down there in 10th, so Glock 3rd, Deneen 4th, Bullspan 5th, Bullboy 6th, S-Boy in 7th, Mads in 8th, Little Brookie in 9th, Rocco in 10th, JB, Jack Meyer, Geronimo, Bass, Westy, Phil McConaughey, Wizards and Vaporizer all competed as well. My drive of the day, faultless performance. Vienmi gets drive of the day for me here tonight. Absolutely faultless performance from Vienmi. He deserves drive of the day. And with that, the race is over. Just before we cut into the interviews and just before I mute the guys, the announcement. I'm going to mute the guys now. These guys don't even know what the announcement is about the new league that is coming to Global Hub Racing. I can exclusively announce that as of tonight, Global Hub Racing now have an IGP Manager League. Yeah. An IGP Manager League, and you can sign up. We can have 32 players, I do believe, in the lobby. That's absolutely fantastic. So if you are very interested in signing up to IGP Manager, I will give the room ID out on Discord in a little bit later. But the first race is tomorrow, so if you want to get your sign-ups in before then, first race is tomorrow. It's gonna participate the same time as F1, 7 o'clock tomorrow. I will give the results out live on stream after the race is finished. So anyone that wants to see their drivers winning will get to. And obviously, IGP, it's our first move into iOS, and it's our first move onto the mobile markets as well, which is a key target of mine because I want to be expanding as much as possible for Global Hub Racing. I think IGP Manager is a great way to expand into the mobile markets, the ideal game to be there. You can take control of your drivers, and you can have your own engineers and whatever. I'm out of breath. Somebody please take the interviews. Goodness me. And everyone is dead by the sounds of it. Hang on. No, I can do the interviews. Don't worry.
Are you sure? Okay.
Right. Is there any other people joining, by the way? Before we start off. If not, I will just interview the guys that are here, and I will go with the guy that has finished highest up the order, which I do believe is Deneen.
Yeah.
Deneen finishing in 4th place because of the penalties applied to Bolstman. Talk us through how it went there out on track.
Well, it was just a complete disaster. I mean, on lap 1, someone tapped me through turn 2, like someone just completely rammed up the back of me. They didn't even try to come off the gas, so I had to come off the gas. Almost went around, and if I did, it would have been a massive accident, so I had to slow down then. Then Frenzy went down my inside. That forced me deep into the corner, and then I think it was Bossman literally in the next corner, and then I got a bucket load of understeer because I got tapped into the next corner then, and I went wide onto the straight. That was down to 8, and then I was on the outside battling with another person, and someone went down the inside and pushed him wide, which pushed me off the track again. So then I was down with 10th, and then through Megan Beckett's Rocco got loose, and then I avoided him, but I had to brake heavily, and someone went into the back of me, which hit me into Rocco, and then I had wing damage, and then yeah, I was stuck around 8, made 1 or 2 positions from crashing, and then got into the pits, went to repair the wing, and it didn't want to repair, like even though I said yes, so then I was just stuck in 4th or 5th, wherever it was for the whole race.
It sounded like you had the ring of things, let's just say, out on track. I do believe with that Maggots and Beckett's that you're on about, Vaporizer might have contacted the back end of you. I did catch that on stream, but
Yeah,
it was a
someone
very
just
difficult collision to have a look at.
Yeah, I don't. No, he didn't mean to do it. He just didn't brake as hard as I did to avoid rock gutter.
I think it was just reaction timing, to be honest.
No, that was all it was.
Yeah, but obviously 4th place. Your prediction was try and get on the podium. Very close to your prediction pre-race.
I guess I would have liked to win though, because it's one of my strongest tracks, but just didn't get the look I needed.
What? Yeah, we'll do. What? Sorry about that. What was I saying? Obviously, moving on. What track is next? It's Belgium next, isn't it?
Is it not Germany?
Is it Germany? Is it Belgium? I don't know. Is it Belgium?
Boy, what is it?
Season 1. Hang on. Oh, it's Belgium. Yeah, no, I'm right. It's Belgium. Next week, of course.
No Germany.
No Germany. I know. Absolutely terrible. It's because we've got a short calendar where we can't license everything out.
Is there at least a Singapore or a street track?
Oh yes, I finally got bitchy.
There is not a Singapore. But Belgium, anyways, coming towards next week. How do you think you're going to get on around there?
Oh, I haven't a clue.
Haven't a clue. Thank you very much.
Right.
Right, who's up next? Who is up next? Who was joined since we've been here? I think Bolstman is up next, who was joined.
Did I join?
He has joined. And finishing 5th with a good amount of penalties out on track. Talk us through how it went out there.
It was a good battle at the start with all 4 of us at the front, and then when the first 2 pitted, I thought Silas had pitted as well, so I stayed out, and obviously he stayed out, and I had to do 2 extra laps, which pretty much cost me the win. And then I couldn't switch the medium tyres on, so I was understeering quite a lot, which was meaning me cutting quite a few corners, especially turn 1, which is where I collected pretty much all my penalties. So that's what dropped me down, but no, there was some really good battles out there. It was an enjoyable race, so it's just one of them where it's not going to go your way.
On a rating out of 10, how much would you say you were on the limit, with 1 being I wasn't even pushing and 10 being I was fully on the limit?
Probably, I don't know, maybe around an 8. I was going for it, but
obviously trying to hold something back, I think, with the tyres and everything, I would think.
yeah, it's just there.
Yeah,
I really could have run it. Obviously, the penalties hindered me quite a lot, but it's just you can't break the DRS. So when I got in front of Silas in the pit stops in 2 laps, I might have went right or something. And as soon as you get into your DRS, you can't break it. So
yeah,
struggle. But on to Belgium. Good, decent track of mine. Good to race with. I've just got to sort out the penalties issues. I had like 20 odd seconds in Austria. It's not really like me, so I need to maybe put in a bit more practice. Go from there.
Just remember, stay within the white lines. I think that's the best advice we can probably give you.
Probably a good idea, isn't it?
Yeah, unseen, by the way, commenting that. Hats off to you, Boltzmann. Brilliant battles in the comment section. And obviously, you saw already summed up.
It reminded me a bit of his and me and him in USA last season.
Yeah, in FRL last season. Yeah. Obviously, you've summed up Belgium, so I won't move on to that. Thank you very much.
Yeah. I'll be there next Thursday.
Right, who is up next? We've done Deneen. Is it Ballboy, I think, up next? I think it's Ballboy.
Yes, hello.
Hello. How was your race? And qualifying, of course.
Well, qualifying was unbelievably bad. 1.6 seconds off the pace. I mean, that was a disaster. Third lap though, I was 2/10 up, but even like 2/10 would have put me still 15th. I invalidated in the twisty bit, Maggots and Beckett's. That's why I went off. I couldn't believe it because I was just. It was going well until that point, but the race is where you score points, and well, what a race I had. First of all, I captured Mr. Meyer's complete dive bomb on about 5 or 6 cars into turn 3. But actually in turn 1 I got caught up in, well, I was a bit too cautious, I'd say, but I think I'm looking back on it now, I'm happy that I backed off, because otherwise I could have been wiped out by my own teammates. So yeah, I was right behind that, gained a couple of positions, got past JB as well, so by the end of like lap 2 I was up into 7th. From 15th to 7th in 2 laps was just unbelievable, and then from then on, I just managed the pace. You know, I was on the mediums, obviously, so I had faster guys behind me. S-Boy, Little Brookie, those 2 guys were on the softs, and yeah, they were getting faster and faster as their tyres heated up and they got used to everything and all the conditions. And when S-Boy called up, we had an amazing battle. I mean, it was just sensational stuff. I went around the outside of him about 10 times in the space of like 2 miles. It was just incredible. I hope you caught that on stream, but
I didn't.
yeah. Ah.
Because there was a battle for second.
You'll see it on the meme, Prix, don't worry. But it was honestly that was so good, especially after Austria, which wasn't. I didn't have to, you know. It was just a bit of a lonely race for me in most parts. It was great to see that I could actually, you know, fight with the other guys. Then yeah, went on to the softs at the end, tried to hold up the leaders a little bit, but yeah, they were just way too quick, and went on to the softs. And I actually did a great overcut because S-Boy and Little Brookie were ahead of me when I came in. So yeah, I gained time on them somehow, and then yeah. Just well, I messaged or spoke to Jeff, and he told me that S-Boy had a penalty. So yeah, I knew then I didn't have to give it 110%, but I still went for it anyway. You know, just not too aggressive in that I get another penalty, and I ended up 6th. So yeah, 9 positions gained. What a comeback!
What a comeback indeed. Obviously, there was quite a bit of contact that happened in front of you. Could you have done any better in the circumstances of finishing high above, like in a higher position?
If the enemy, Denim, Boastman, and whoever else was there, Silas, if they all had a huge, spectacular puncture at the same time, then I might have won that race. But taking the surreal out of context, and yeah, 5th or 6th place was the best I could do. I mean,
yeah,
I thought I wouldn't actually score points because of what happened in qualifying, so I'll definitely take it. I'm just really happy that somehow a miracle has happened, and I've got 8 points. 8 points to take home.
8 points.
Back.
Yeah, 8 points to take home, and to take to Belgium with you, of course. How do you think you're going to get on around there?
Belgium, I do like the track. It's a lot better than this one, so I'd say get more points, whether that's 10th or another 6th place. And yeah, who knows? But yeah, points is my objective, of course, and for Mr. Meyer to actually finish the race and not wipe anyone out.
Yeah. So Mr. Meyer then was the cause of that collision at was it turn 3? Because I saw it in the background.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, he just went diving down the inside, couldn't get it stopped, and.
Are you sure it was Mr. Meyer at the controls?
Well, he was on a red bar, so I think he probably on his screen the cars weren't there or something. That looks, yeah.
Obviously, if we get his POV footage, we'll have a look at it. Obviously, Mads, obviously, I'll have a look at it as well. Thank you very much, Bullboy, for the interview.
You're welcome.
Up next, and Oh, we've got 2 more to do. I thought we had 1 more to do. We don't. I think next up is Mads, is it? I think. I don't know.
Yes, it is.
Is it Mads? I'm just going to check the positions just to confirm this. Yes, it is. It is you. Good evening, Matt.
Good evening.
How was qualifying, first of all?
Qualifying was okay. It was very close between, I think it was the top 12 guys was within a second. So I was hoping to get a better starting position, but in the end I got P12. I was actually expecting a bit more. When I did practice, I was very consistent and fast, I think, but obviously in this tier we have some very fast guys in front. So I'm happy with qualifying. I could not have done a better time, so I'll take it.
Obviously, moving on to the race, quite a bit of contact occurred. Do you think you were lucky to get 8th in the end?
A bit lucky, maybe. I got spun around in that crash Ballboy was talking about. I don't know who hit me, but that cost me a few seconds. But I didn't get any damage, and I was able to close the gap pretty quickly because people was battling. So in the end, it didn't really cost me that much. But if I didn't spun, I think I could have gotten Ballboy maybe because I didn't have any penalties. So P6 was definitely on the cards if I didn't got involved in that turn 3 crash. But P8, if you ask me before the race if I would be happy with P8, I would say I will be happy. So yeah, I'm happy.
Yeah, obviously not a bad result for you with 4 points obviously going into Belgium. How do you think you're going to get on around there?
Oh, I think I will have the same pace as I have here. Top 10 is my goal. It's my goal every time. So I hope I can achieve it. Should be possible. I like Belgium.
And you like Belgium indeed. We'll end your interview here. Thank you. And finally, it's Rocco that is up next.
Yeah.
With a very croaky voice.
Yeah,
And probably a bald head off his haircut as well. Talk us through qualifying first of all.
Qualifying wasn't awful. It was alright. Because I think I was just over half second off the pole, but that was only good enough for 9th. So,
Half a second off pole and you were 9th. Wow.
yeah. It was all really close. So,
It was very tight qualifying. Obviously, moving on into the rest. Did you get caught up in any of that melee that occurred in the first opening couple of laps?
yeah, I caused it.
Oh. I wasn't expecting
not
him. Yeah.
Not the first bit, but the Maggots and Beckett's one. That was my fault.
How?
So I pulled off an amazing move around the outside of Bass at Cots on the first lap, and then going into Maggots and Beckett's, I just lost it. And then I was like sideways in the middle of the track, and then everyone just tried avoiding me, but it was too close on the first lap that they couldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my bad.
It's a good job that you're owning up to it, so I don't really have to do my investigations now, based on that. Obviously, we'll have a look at it. How did the rest of the race go? Because you finished 10th in the end, and you got the fastest lap as well.
Yeah, I hit and then had a good battle with Geronimo for a bit. A couple of good moves on him, and then I got, sadly, he sort of went for a gap in the one there and spun me around again. So I was like down in 11th or 12th. And then I managed to catch back up because there was a massive battle between Geronimo, Little Brookie, S-Boy and Mads, I think. And I managed to catch on the hards like 7 seconds. So I caught up behind that, overtook Little Brookie, and then came into the pits because I wanted to go fast. That was it.
Yeah, obviously you get 2 points, obviously, because of the faster lap. Moving on into Belgium next week, how do you think you're going to get on around there?
Should be better, hopefully, if I get a bit of luck. I think last
Should be
season that
better.
was my best qualifying of the year. I think I got second, but had a penalty in quali, so it was like 7th. But...
Well, put it this way, I'm very much hoping that Belgium next week doesn't have a repeat, or doesn't bear a repeat of TFL A-League from last season. I'll put it out there to direct people to the stream for that. You can find out what happened. Thank you anyways, Rocco. Glocky just coming in on the comments saying back-to-back podiums, not that I want it, but some epic racing today. Sorry again to Silas. That was with his contact. His 2 bits of contact, I think, which I will obviously have a look at. Moving on then, announcements. First of all, I will confirm the schedule for GT Sport this weekend. You will see out in the Discord tomorrow that GT Sport, we will be running 3 evaluation sessions. There will be 2 on Sunday. So the first one will be between 6 PM and 7 PM, only an hour in length. Then there will be a 15-minute break, obviously to catch a break in the stream and whatever, and me to get some food and whatever else. And then the second lobby will be set up for 7:15. So 7:15 to 8:15 for the second evaluation session. For anyone that can't make it on Sunday, we will also be hosting an evaluation session next week. And that will be from 7 till 8 next Wednesday. That will be 7 till 8 next Wednesday. I will, of course, confirm who's in what evaluation session come tomorrow. Obviously, there will be there's still a few more car choices to be decided. If you haven't got a car yet, I will message you tonight or tomorrow morning regarding your car choices, because we've had quite a lot of people going for the same car, which is bad. It's good for us because we've already got like 3/4 of the field sorted out. It's only a couple of other drivers that need sorting out for that. So that's the schedule for GT Sport. Rest of the schedule for this week for F1, obviously F1 tomorrow from 7 PM. Also happening tomorrow, IGP Manager Race 1 in Australia, which I will, of course, read the results out at the end if anybody does want to join IGP Manager League for the season. And then, of course, F4 on Saturday. And then we're back to GT Sport on Sunday, which will appear on this channel, and I will be streaming it. All evaluation sessions will be streamed live on this channel on GHR Live, not GHR F1 Live like it is now. The name needs changing. Is that everything that has been covered? I think it is. Project Cars 2, I will give a bit of an update about that. Formula Renault's still the first choice championship to run at the minute, and hopefully we will have all the regulations and everything sorted out, all the calendar sorted out, ready for a midweek release next week. Hopefully Wednesday will be where sign-ups get opened up for Project Cars, which will of course be coming. We're going to be scheduling that in amongst the other leagues that we are currently running, because there's quite a few. That I think is everything. Ball Boy, have you got anything to add to that?
No. I don't think so. Shouldn't think.
There we go, we'll end it there then. Any comments just before we end off? Luckily the King isn't racing against you guys. That is one of my good friends who used to race with me back in PSN Racing League days, Carter Joyce. I know him from somewhere, I don't know who he is. Goodness me. It's a bit of a throwback. Do you remember, I'm not sure if we tried to sign him up for FRL. Monstaya, you might know his name.
Carter Joyce, Super Freak League guy.
Super Freak League guy, yes, him.
I remember him.
If he wants to sign up, he can. We are in need of drivers at the minute, especially for F4 and F1. Let's just gloss over the problems that we might have in other tiers, but F1 and F4, the most work needs putting into. Hopefully he is still tuning into this, by the way, and he's totally got like a shout out. I'll message him after this and catch up with him. Regarding it, I'm sending it into Discord. I think Geronimo's POV is now into Discord if people want to have a check of that. Any announcements about non-assist leagues for F1 2019? Yes, I can give a bit of an update, and that's really that we are working on the F1 2019 leagues. Currently, we are planning it out every single day. I can't. The first option that I want to take for F1 2019 is to run no assists and assists, and on top of that, we are going to be implementing a brand new academy system for those drivers who need help, who struggle the most, who don't know what setups are. We're not leaving anyone behind for F1 2019. We want to be one of those leagues that you just say, look, you come here to race, you come here to give 100%, regardless of skill set, regardless of level, regardless of gender, regardless of religion, stuff like that. We are a league that is here and it's here to stay. And I think going forward, F1 2019 is our majority focus currently at the minute. I mean, we're 50 odd days out from the release of it, and I am already hard at work on what plans could be brought in for F1 2019. So, in response to Geronimo's question, yes, non-assist leagues and assist leagues will be the way that we are going to be going. Looking likely at the minute, I would say probably 80-20%, 80 to 20 in favour of having no assist and assist leagues for F1 2019. It'd be fantastic. Retired now, but who knows on F1 2019? Carter Joyce. That's terrible. I'll have a catch up with you though, Carter. Make sure you've got Messenger at the ready for that. Ended off on that point. Thank you very much for watching to everyone. Thank you to all the drivers that participated. Thank you, of course, to my co-commentator, which was the ghost of Christmas past tonight. Obviously, we will be back for F1 tomorrow on this channel. So until then, thank you very much for watching. And just a reminder, I will put the IGP details in later on tonight in Discord. Thank you very much for watching them in the meantime, and until next time, which is tomorrow for F1, goodbye. Damon Hill, Damon Hill, Damon Hill. I'm embarrassed about that burp. Damon Hill.